Hello.
Hi, welcome to Charles from the Toilet Bowl.
Hello.
I'm currently stuffing a don't digestive, sorry. Right, in the last toilet bowl, I've done a proper toilet bowl. I gave you a loan, which was, be careful, my heart is going to be yours one way or another.
Last Christmas.
It's from Last Christmas, which is an absolutely brilliant film. I would recommend that anybody watch it. It's not your usual.
Well, you think it will be.
I thought it was going to be. I was sitting there and going, yes, same old, same old. They'll fall in love and they'll get married and they'll have a Christmas. No, watch it. It's really good.
Right. Also, when we went on our shopping trip the other day, now I opened my mum let me open one of my Santa presents, so I've got a cheese selection in it. So I will be eating in this episode because, okay, first of all,
And Santa went shopping in Lidl. And we got a cheese selection.
I ate one of them yesterday.
He had 4 cheeses in it.
There's 3.5, 2.5.
That was actually from Lidl because there was shopping in Lidl.
Smoky cheddar, spicy cheddar, double Gloucester with onions and chives, and Wensleydale with cranberries. Now, I don't like fruit with cheese. I don't. But it's no secret. I do not like fruit. Sweet and savoury should not be mixed. But that, you don't taste the cranberry because it's so cheesy. Right? Right, anyway, so these are from Iceland. They were, last year they were £1.50. They have gone down to £1. And the man told me that on the 16th of December there is a promotion going on these. Yeah, very good, but they don't have the cheesy footballs. But they've gone down to £1. So these are really, really good for Christmas. I mean, we sit there and watch films and we're both like, they're really good. And this, now every year, because Mum eats biscuits and I don't really like sweet things, I always get this. Every year.
She gets that. And ow, my knees were I get this.
Now, this little treasure of mine is usually £5. Yes, this is all mine. No one else has any. They're all mine.
Only the digestives.
Only the digestives don't eat them. But this is all mine because this lasts me from usually the 1st of December up to I don't know, last time it was till February or something, wasn't it?
November you had the last of them.
November. So almost a year, okay?
Kaylee, that's my age.
Well, if you move your hand, because I can't see what I'm doing, this is usually £5. Now, in Iceland they have it for £4. In Farm Foods, it's £3 something. So, of course, I grabbed it. I only grabbed one. I should have grabbed 2, really, but I only grabbed one because my mum did do an overspend on the shopping.
Oh, yeah.
So, I grabbed one, which was £3 something, but never, who knows, next year I might grab 2. Because they do last, don't they? These are really good, though. If you like crackers, which I do.
Well, Kaylee does like crackers because she is.
Yes. But, you know, and you've got like water biscuits in there, you've got your cheesy cheddar biscuits in there, you've got these ones which are pepper and something. They're nice though. You've got 8 varieties of crackers in there. So you've got like normal Jacob's cream crackers. You've got whole wheal crackers.
Wholemeal, not wholemeal.
I said wholemeal
I
crackers.
thought you said wholemeal.
No. You've got like all different varieties, but like these ones are my favourites. So.
And I will be doing the cheese and onion.
She was going to do them, but
I was going to do them tonight,
pastry hasn't
but
fallen.
unfortunately the pastry is still as hard as a rock. So, because I will buy frozen puff pastry.
69p at Farm Foods.
Told you before, I only use frozen puff pastry. It's only puff pastry that I buy frozen. And that's simply because it is a real pain in the bum to make. And, you know, life's too important to stand there painting it with butter and folding it and painting it and folding. It's just...
She can do it, but she just chooses not to.
I can do it, but really the only people who do that are the ones that will boast that they can do it.
Well, she can do it, but...
And yeah, it's very nice to boast here. Well, I can do my own puff pastry. Well, I can, I just choose not to because it takes too bloody long. And then you've got to find room for it in the fridge. And my fridge has no room.
Oh no.
So you can't rest pastry in there.
Do you know what we had to do? We've had to put frozen duck, in the box outside.
Which means it's got to eat quick.
3 packs of duck, which is no problem for me because I love it. But mind you, it'll cook quick if it's thawed out.
We do like our duck.
We do like our duck. Very nice.
But we've done that mammoth shop, which kills me every night.
Also, can I just say something? We was watching something on telly and the waste of the bird.
Yeah, please. I know it's convenient, but if you can possibly avoid it, don't buy a turkey crown.
Because for one, it's more expensive, and for 2, half that bird gets wasted.
They charge you more for a crown than they do for the whole bird. And over half of it, a little bit of it goes to pet food, but most of it goes in the bin, which I think is disgusting.
Even the guy who works at the factory said it was disgusting.
It's a disgusting waste of food.
Yeah.
So yeah, you may look at it and go, how am I going to get through all that?
You can make,
because you said that your kids don't like turkey, even though they ate around mine. But
you can make pies, you can make casseroles, you can make stew.
you look at one of those legs. One of those legs is a pie. So you've got 2 pies. You've got casserole. You've got stock, which is the basis for a stew. And all of that gets thrown away.
Right, I just need to give... right, Kai and Leanne, do me a favour. When your prizes get there, can you let me know, please? Let me know that you got them. Because, I don't know how the post is going at the moment, and I've got some more stuff I need to send off, so...
Yeah, I nearly had an argument in the post office when I was queuing up to send them off.
Yes, we did.
I really hate people pushing in the queue. And 2 people pushed in the queue. Kaylee came over thinking that the guy was going to start on me. He didn't. And his wife came over and she goes, no, we just want to sign something. I went, I don't care, it should be in the blooming queue. And even the guy behind me was getting annoyed because to sign something takes 2 seconds. This was a passport application. They were there for a good 25 minutes. So much so, the Bureau de Change had to open and they were taking in parcels and things like that. So
I'm very familiar with that. Bureau de Change.
So am I. They like me in there.
Yeah, when we go in there to get money changed up, which is usually once a year, apart from this year, they usually let us off the exchange rate.
And also they know me for postage as well because they go, oh, he's Spain. But this time it wasn't Spain, it was Westcliff.
And Southend. And Birmingham.
And Birmingham. Yeah. And Birmingham. Don't forget Birmingham.
No. But
so, yeah, we did our posting. And I did wrap them as nicely as I could. If you don't like it.
We don't know if they will still be wrapped when they get to you.
No.
They should be. But...
And if you don't like the way they're wrapped, then I'm sorry, but I'm not professional like her. And she was busy, that's why she didn't wrap.
I was wrapping up upper stuff.
But if it gets to you one piece, it's all good news, right?
Yeah.
And it should get to you in one piece.
So let me know when you get it, because then I know... I'm threatening you guys. Let me know when you get it.
Poor Kai be sitting there, be kicking himself.
Let me know when it turns up, because, yeah, I need to know. So I'm on a need-to-know basis here. And I wasn't actually threatening you. I was just.
And I know that Leanne will think it's very strange when I start peeling potatoes to do the cheese down your nose.
It has to be done. I think you actually mentioned that before.
Yeah. It is
also,
it's got potato on it.
Earlier on, when we was going to the laundrette, yes, I'm going to mention it, my mum fell over. Because the curbs in East Ham are crap.
Oh, pavements in East Ham are crap. And the trolley tipped, and I tried to save it, and I ended up landing on it. And going to the laundrette, I had to use it like a wheelbarrow. I just had it on the 2 back wheels because the front wheel was buckled. And my hero in the laundrette straightened it for me. That guy in the laundrette is a blooming saint. Not only does he load the washing machine for me, he doses the detergent, he makes me a cup of tea, and he actually straightened my trolley for me today. And
Hello.
he usually, if I've sent someone to the bank, he usually sticks the money from the petty cash in the machine for me.
Yeah, that was fun. I went to the shop that was a street away, and it was closed. Well, the machine wasn't working, so I had to go to the post office. No, the post office is about a quarter of a mile away from the laundrette. And I had to run across the road and he got run over. Very fun.
But,
And I stepped in a puddle and got water all up my foot.
But the man in the laundrette is very familiar with me. I go in there and I waffle off to him and he makes me a cup of tea and he's very patient with me. He's even come out and had a cigarette with me on occasion, so he's very patient with me.
But it was quite funny. I made sure she was okay. Once she got back on her feet, it was quite funny because her little legs were kicking about.
She keeps going on about my little legs kicking about. I was actually laying on the trolley I look like a penguin. You know when the penguins go nice and they slide down like that and they're like, wee! I was like that on the trolley.
With her little legs kicking out. With her cowboy boots on.
I said, you ain't bring up the cowboy boots, Jim.
Well, yeah, it's what you had on your feet, weren't it?
Yeah, I was like a penguin cowboy. I am the penguin cowboy. All I needed was a lasso. Might have got up easier if I had a lasso traffic lights. But yeah, I fell over. And I got a couple of bruises. Nothing compared to what I thought I was going to have. I thought I was going to be a lot more marked up than I am, but it was painful.
Give me 1 minute. I just got bruises first. Sorry about that. I needed a cigarette.
We have had a very hard day.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Right. London has gone into tier 3.
Wow, great job.
So I think it's tomorrow is the last day when you can get your shopping done. Tier 3 now is ridiculous. This close to Christmas. But yeah, tomorrow's the last day when you can get your non-essential shopping, i.e. clothes, although I think they are pretty essential. Things like that. Also, one second. You fell off the window. Right, I spoke to my friend in Germany, Valida. And Germany have gone into lockdown. And he's quite upset, and he said a strong word that I can't actually say on air.
He's Italian and he wasn't happy because he went to Italy to see.
He can't go and see his family for Christmas. And he's a bit upset about it. Which I would be too, but I said, you've got the internet, you can video call with them. It's not the same as being there, but at least you can see your family over the Christmas period. He's got his brother though, so that's something, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when I was pregnant with you, we didn't have the internet. And I couldn't spend Christmas with my family because I was heavily pregnant at the time.
He's not heavily pregnant though, is he?
No, but I was. And I couldn't spend Christmas with my mum. And I think it was the first Christmas I'd ever spent away from her. And that was like, my mummy.
So she knows what it's like, and it's not nice. And they're always together at Christmas because it's Italian family, very, very family orientated. So yeah, he's finding it a bit hard.
Yeah, I know what it's like when you're away from your family at Christmas and you want to be with them because, it's somewhere you've always been. And it is very, very hard not to be there. So,
but they can talk on Skype or Facebook.
Yeah, well, we didn't have Skype or Facebook back in those days. And there I was Christmas Eve going to the phone box, which was about a 5-minute walk away in deep snow with this lump.
It is very sad that he can't be with his family.
Nephew and
His mum.
his mum and his
His
dad.
dad. His other brother.
But we know what it's like. I know what it's like, and I can sympathise with him. So it's not nice.
I've never been away at Christmas. She won't let me.
It's not that I won't let you. You don't want to because
Been away on New Year.
dinner. That's all I need to say is dinner.
Presents.
This one waits all year for her dinner. Anyone would think I didn't feed the rest of the year.
I haven't been fed today. That's why I'm eating crackers.
We've been busy today. I fell on the trolley. We went to the laundrette and we're back at the laundrette again tomorrow
Yeah, before it closes.
because of Dear Friend.
It's bloody stupid. They should have just left it to T2 until after Christmas. That would have made sense.
And why don't they close schools? If it's such a big drama, why don't they close schools?
I mean, like, there's been things that are worse than this.
Some London councils have closed the schools. Greenwich have. And a couple of other councils have. And then the government are saying that if they don't reopen schools, they're going to take them to court. Well, I'm sorry, but in my experience, schools are one of the biggest petri dishes there are. And to keep kids in school when this big pandemic is so big and scary, then that's just stupid.
I've given up with it. I don't care anymore.
Oh no, it's not the Black Death, crying out loud. People die of it, which is terrible. It is a terrible infection. It is.
I've had coronavirus. I survived it. You survived it.
Yeah, but, you know, treat it as what it is. It's not...
I had coronavirus when I was pregnant.
Yeah, but treat it as what it is. It's an infection. I mean, if there were flu bugs round every corner with a submachine gun, I would worry. But it's a 50-50 chance you're taking a gamble.
But the thing is, you know, I was pregnant with coronavirus. At the time, the baby was fine. I was fine. There was nothing wrong. This year, they've cancelled Winter Wonderland. Apocalyptica were going to be doing it. What's nice? Apocalyptica were going to be doing it. They had a concerts booked for this year because they had a new album out, which was Cell Zero. Now, they had to put it back a year, but now they've had to put it back another
And
year.
they've got T-shirts that are the concert that never happened.
But like I said, you know, please buy merch.
And, you know, it has interfered with everything. I don't even think there's any X Factor this year. That doesn't bother me. I'm quite happy with that X Factor. But I know a lot of people actually really like that. There's been no X Factor. They had I'm a Celebrity in Wales.
Poor G.
Yeah, but I think if they really wanted to get away, they could have done quite easily.
But there is 2 new Christmas songs out this year that I know of. Okay. One is 21 Pilots. And one by 69 Eyes.
But I think Justin Bieber is going to #1 because
He
not
hasn't
only
done it yet though.
yeah, but not only is he doing a song and he hasn't done one for a long, long time, he's got the NHS choir. People are going to buy that on the strength of the fact that it's got the NHS choir in it.
Yeah, but I like the 69 Eyes one, the 21 Pilots one.
Yeah, well, Lab Baby didn't do one this year. They done the Walk of Life instead.
That's why they didn't do one this year.
But Lab Baby have had Christmas #1 2 years running.
Yeah.
And I will always support Lab Baby because they are doing all the proceeds of their singles goes to the Trussell Trust.
Please, 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 if you can, if you've got any spare money whatsoever, think of animals and like merch for bands, small bands.
Look, the Trussell Trust is easy. When you get in your shopping, just get a few extra bits and pieces and donate. The Trussell Trust is easy.
They do animal food as well. So if you
Yeah.
want to get something nice, get
They
some
also
animal.
do what they call
food.
a beauty bank, which sounds stupid, but it's not because that is sanitary products as well. That is sanitary towels and tampons.
Let me just say something, right? If you are actively looking for a job, if you've not got a lot of money and you're actually looking for a job and you do rely on a food bank, the beauty bank is a good idea because if you're going in for an interview and you've got 20 people who have made up to the lines like me, and then you've got a person who walks in, they've got no makeup on, their hair's a mess, who are you going to employ? The person who looks visually appealing or the person who looks like rubbish, basically? You're going to go for the person who looks the best.
So,
Even if the skills are not as good as the person who's homeless, you're going to go for the person who looks best because you're like, well, they're clean and they have presented themselves in a certain way. This is why whenever I go for a job interview, I look like this.
Yeah, and that's why they have the beauty bank.
Yeah.
And it is a good idea. And I would, support the Trussell Trust, please, because, there are a lot of people out there that need it. And I don't know why they're saying that there's food poverty amongst children. I don't see why this should be an issue in the 21st
But
century.
the problem is, think of animals.
We are thinking of animals as well. I mean, Trussell Trust does do pet food.
No, I know, but people are doing what they do every bloody year, and they're buying animals for kids. Kids are going to lose interest in them within the first week or so. Animals are going to get put out on the street because parents can't be asked to look after them.
And also, a lot of people.
I said asked, not
A lot of people have given their pets away this year because they've lost their jobs and they can't afford vet bills. So,
and they also think that animals carry coronavirus.
And also put PDSA,
Mm.
RSPCA, because these people need your help,
Right.
and they're the ones who look after your animals.
The PDSA, they've got no government funding. They done
Well, it's called the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals.
They did an amazing job with Squidgy. He's been there twice. They fixed his leg. Well, they didn't fix his leg. They had to cut his leg off, but they fixed it so he wasn't in pain anymore. They gave him an injection, then we had to take him back the day after, and they cut his leg off.
The story is that when we took him in, he'd broken his leg.
Because he's a silly sod.
They gave him a pain-killing injection. He came home, he was running around on it like a mad thing.
Yeah.
And he broke it in another place.
So it was like that, but because he was running around on it, it slipped down like that.
And became a very complex fracture.
And they couldn't fix it without
we went
putting
into the
pins in.
PDSA and they said, we can pin it, but if we pin it, you're running a risk of arthritis. You could pin it and the bone will crumble and it'll just make it worse.
You have to come backwards and forwards for checkups all the time.
And you can go to another clinic that just specialises in breaks and pinning, but you're looking at about £3,000 or £4,000.
Yes.
We clearly didn't have, that's why I was at PDSA. So I said, how will it impact his life if you amputate that?
He was 6 months old at the time.
Yeah, and I said, what impact will it have on his life? And they said, no. This was in October, I believe.
Yeah, because he's a young cat.
He'll be running around by Christmas like he never had a leg there. And I was like, well, look. And I turned around to Kaylee, because he's actually Perry's cat, and Perry wasn't there at the time, he was at work. And I looked at Kaylee and I went, look, if he has his leg off, it's one anaesthetic. The anaesthetic is more dangerous than the actual procedure.
They're doing pretty boy.
And I said, so, what say you that we have one anaesthetic, we have him castrated, we have him microchipped, and he has his leg off, and then there's no risk of arthritis or anything else. It'd be better for him in the long run. And she was and different a bit because he wasn't our cat.
He's not our cat.
So,
he's Perry's cat. He's still Perry's cat.
I said, right, fine. I said, look, I'm going to take the plunge. I will say amputate. And she went, okay. Then she had to phone Perry and explain it to him. And
I thought he was gonna sort of, one, have a go at me. Two, I didn't think he was gonna want Squidgy anymore because it's got a part of him missing. He loved him more. Because when he came home from work, I had gone to bed because we had been backwards and forwards to Bow, and I was so tired. And we've been to the cast and everything else, yeah.
And then we stayed there for 4 hours while he had his amputation, his castration, his microchip.
And then they said, if you go home, because he's coming round, until he comes round, then we'll call you when you come back. And was like, fine. Because I said I needed a rest anyway. So we went back home. We didn't actually manage to sleep because I was worried about Squidgy. They got the call about 2 hours later. They said, he's coming round, he's eating, he's fine. I went and got him. They put him in the wrong box.
Yeah, they bought out this actual rigid cat carrier, and I went, we'll get Brennan in that.
He had a bag. He's got a special cat bag.
And she went, oh.
I said, oh, I know what one it is.
Oh, it's a green bag with a little reflective bar. And she goes, I know that one. So we went and he got put back in his bag, and we were bringing him home. He was going a bit mental on the way.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in the bag.
But we brought him home, and he had to have this painkiller administered, which wasn't very nice. Probably had to say it.
Shoving a pill down his throat.
Wasn't it? Was that squidgy?
He still didn't like it. He still had to sort of wrench his mouth open and shove it down there
Yeah, it wasn't nice.
for about a week.
And then, because he had the Buster collar on, they said, "Oh, look at him. Oh, let's give him a rest from the collar." And as soon as they did, he was biting at stitches, and it was like, right, you're having it back on.
Yeah, and it was really bad because there's blood all over the bathroom because he was, like, as soon as we took the collar off, he ran straight upstairs and he was biting at the stitches and there was like blood on the floor and I was like, oh Christ, I went, grab him. So he was having to chase him around the bathroom. Luckily I closed the door, but the bathroom was quite big, so we had to chase him around the bathroom. Managed to get the Buster collar back on and I went, you're not having it off now. And I had to wait until the stitches actually dissolved until I could take it off because he was just going to bite at your stitches again. But it healed nicely. He's got a stump now.
Well, it ain't really much of a stump. They took the ball joint
He's
off.
got a little
probably,
stump.
but
Because I
He's
keep
got a
playing
little
with his stump.
stumpy bit, but the ball joint was removed.
And the fur
completely.
has grown back over it lovely. So, yeah.
And okay, he's a bit clumsy, but he always was, and it's like he never had that leg in the first
But
place.
he's got brain damage.
That just seemed to slow him down. He's faster now.
But it was £600 and something. Now we couldn't couldn't afford that, and they done it for nothing. All they asked for is when you get an animal, you take an animal in there, is that you give them a donation. We were going to, but
And we go to the PDS.
Stuff
shop
happened.
a lot.
yeah, so we sort of pay them like that way. But yeah, I did want to give them a donation, but due to the fact that stuff happened, I couldn't. And like, you know, but I'm just happy that he's healthy. And he had a bit of an issue the other month with
Constipation.
yeah, and he was pooing blood.
And I was like, that's not normal, we'll get him down there. And we had to go all the way to Ilford with him this time because the one in Bowes shut down. Well, it hasn't shut down, but it was closed for COVID. And we took him to the out of hours one in Ilford. And they took him in and they checked him over and made sure he was okay and gave him something.
But there's one thing that I don't like, and that is if my animal is ill, I like to be with them, and I wasn't allowed in.
Well, it was COVID restrictions.
I know, but I wasn't allowed in, and that is like the hardest. And they're my babies, they're my children, and not being able to go in with your child is like horrible.
We took him there and they gave him antibiotic injections and all bits and pieces.
It's fine though.
And he's fine.
I mean, we had a little bit of an issue the other day. I was like, oh no, not again.
We always have issues with him.
But
If
it sorted itself
if
out.
it's any cat that we got a problem with, it's always Squidgy.
Although Andy's been a bit ill, but he's got a cold.
Yeah, but Squidgy is always the one. If we need urgent veterinary treatment, it is Squidgy you can be with.
Yeah.
Squidgy is a real pain health-wise, and he's a bit of a pain any other way as well. He is an handful.
But if you can donate anything to them, please do.
I go to the PDSA shop in Barking on a regular basis. The thing I would suggest you buy if you can't buy anything else is they've got a little paw pin.
I've got one.
We've
I've
all
got
got one. And it's a little paw pin and it's about £1. But it actually means that you are supporting PDSA, and every pound, a pound is a vaccination, a pound is towards flu treatment.
And also,
So,
you can buy the bags as well.
yes, which I also have Simon's cat's bag, and it cost me about £2, but £2 again, flea treatment, it's food, it's
They did say that Squidgy was very healthy.
they get no government funding, and I think that the more you can give, the more grateful
The
we'll
more
be.
animals' lives they can save.
Yeah.
So,
But they get no government funding. They operate completely on people's donations. So if you can donate, I mean, we've bought our flea treatment from there. We get advice from there if we're concerned about anything, and
yeah, because they give you advice over the phone as well if you need it.
they are
It's free.
marvellous. They really are. And thank you PDSA and Bo for helping out Squidgy.
And thank you PDSA and Ilford for helping out Squidgy.
So yeah, PDSA, thank you. And also Celia Hammond help. Thank you for
Kigging and gremlin.
neutering and spading.
Yeah, because they done an amazing job there as well. Yes, I did. You don't know. You didn't go to Celia Hammond, did it? Was sod. Tell me no.
I can't remember where I got him done. But
What was the RSPCA? Was it RSPCA or PDSA done him?
RSPCA paid for it, but it was done in a private vet, and it was Scott who done it. And gave him little fake testicles.
Yeah, he had melons. He literally did have melons.
Yeah, they were
He had
huge.
to walk to accommodate them.
And Scott felt sorry for
So he's got little fake testicles now. Yeah, you have.
him.
You tired, boy?
But yeah,
Tired.
so I know we go on a bit about support this and support that, but we do try and describe every cause that we're trying to get people to donate.
And I'm
to.
very much animal.
And I mean, what is a pound? I know in these days of COVID that is quite a bit,
pounds?
but what is a pound? You know, and you get a nice little pin, and you are supporting a great cause. And I would recommend them to anyone. And here comes the man himself. He's under my chair.
Oh, Squidgy. Hello, Squidgy.
So
No, Gremlin, who got them Celia Hammond. You mentioned her. She's the
Yeah.
speckly one.
yeah, the one I'm usually cuddling.
Everyone knows Andy Boy. I don't need to. He's behind
And
me.
you've got Sirius, who's jet black and absolutely gorgeous, and you've got Tiggy, who's stripy and he likes to show his bum to the fishes.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they're fish. It's better than trying to eat my phone.
and Smudge, who is very rarely seen because she stays in there.
Yeah, she resides on the sofa. She's very old.
She's very old, and the
Not as old as
others,
him, though.
because they're a bit exuberant and they play a lot, they will go like that, and she will go absolutely mental about it. So.
And especially Tiggy.
Yeah.
Play aggression.
Tiggy's mental. He really is. He's nuts with the cats. Like if Andy's sitting there quietly, he'll jump on his head and things like that.
And he
But,
ain't brain damaged. It's his brother who's brain
but
damaged.
when we're preparing dinner for them, Tiggy thinks it's fun to go and attack the other diners. Now this isn't
Oh,
just
Squidgy.
Smudge. This is anyone he comes into
Oh,
contact
this is
with.
Squidgy.
He will fight Tiggy.
Tiggy.
He will fight Sirius. He will fight Andy. He will fight Gremlin. He will fight anyone he comes into contact with. And he will run in the living room and go like that to Smudge.
Can you please stop doing that? It's kind of like annoying.
Which
Like one spot.
starts absolute carnage in there. So
Yeah.
we have to keep him away. Does everyone like my Christmas jumper?
You belly.
I'm sitting there and it looks like I've got an apron on here. But no, it's actually my Christmas jumper.
And I have a Christmas jumper on also. No. Which is this one. Now, this is a funny story. Oh, look at my skinny belly. Funny story is, I said to my mum about the Christmas jumper she bought me because I got Olaf. I've got one with a reindeer on it. I've got my Disney jumper and I've got this one. And I said to my mum, my Minnie Mouse jumper. She went, what Minnie Mouse jumper? I went, my Minnie Mouse Christmas jumper. I swear you got me a Minnie Mouse Christmas jumper. And I thought, but maybe I just saw it in Primark and wanted it. I'm like, but I swear you got me a Minnie Mouse Christmas jumper. I don't remember it. Neither do I. So yesterday, before I went and had a bath, I went, right, okay, Minnie Mouse Christmas jumper, I'm going to find it. Because I sorted out all my pyjamas, it wasn't in there, and I was like, I could have sworn it was there, but it wasn't, because I sorted out all my cupboard. So I went, right, I will find this jumper. Pulled all of my jumpers out and put them all back neatly. I found it. I know, Mum, I have got a Minnie Mouse Christmas jumper. So yeah, this is that one that I didn't know that I had.
I
That I
mean,
do
all
have.
her Christmas jumpers I have actually got for her.
Yeah.
And I just could not remember that one because I remember getting the Disney one.
You remember getting the reindeer one, don't you? £5 or less.
Oh.
Okay.
But I remembered that her Disney one had broken. The lights had broken.
I've got to get that fixed.
So I then went and got her that one, and then we
Oh, baby,
managed
you're
to
alright.
get it changed and get one that had lights at work.
Okay.
Now the wire is broken and the lights no longer work, so I've got to try and jury-rig it so as we've got the lights in it again.
The wire completely came out. I was in my bedroom the other day and like, I felt something hit the floor and heard it go, and I was like, what's that? Looked down, the wire was there. I was like, oh, that's what that was. Okay. So I threw it in the bin, obviously, because it's broken.
But yeah, we've got to try and, I've got to try and do it again.
If anyone can do lights, it's you.
Why do you sound like, you make it sound like I'm some kind of electrical genius? Yes, I know I did that. The fish is not about that because you go,
Meet him.
they used to do a sparkle weekend where she used to work at Miss Selfridge. And she had bought a hairband with a bow on it. And we were looking for something really original that sparkled. And I said, lights. And she's going, but where? I went, on your head. And she went, can you do that, Lord? I went, this is me, grim determination, it is going to work.
Well,
And I did
Yes,
it.
could you-
I put the actual lights around the hairband and I hid the power pack in the bowl. And they're all going, let's power pack.
I wore that Cyber Dog as well.
You wore that as Cyber.
Mm.
And I'll put lights on your dress once.
I wore the hairband and I had the lights on my dress. Quite annoying though, because the lights were sort of here.
I'm not really marvellous with anything like that, but the thing is, if it can be done, the power pack can be hidden, I will try and do it. I will try and achieve some magic. So there is no power.
Smoky cheddar. That's got paprika on it. Proper paprika. I love cheese. Anyone who knows me knows about my cheese obsession. And that's why Father Christmas.
Right, Leanne, I know that you have this thing about brands. You cannot live without brands.
Father Christmas knows about my cheese obsession.
But this is what happens when you don't get brands. You may go to Sainsbury's and pay out.
Asda, I think. Leanne shops at Asda.
Well, it's still about £1.45 for Schwartz stuff. These are 49p each. We have time. We have paprika that's not going to blow your head off. We have chicken seasoning. And we have all-purpose seasoning. And they were all the princely sum of 49p each.
So that's like £2 for 4.
I also got my stock cubes from there, and they were about 39p for 12. So, Leanne.
Is this normal paprika?
Yes, I tasted it. So, Leanne, I know that you like your brands, and
But we was watching something, and did you know that they all come from the same place?
a lot of them, if you look, I can't see it. On most things, you've got a factory identification number.
What's there?
Is it?
00281AE.
Yeah, ain't on that one.
It is. LAO3111.
Okay, well, anyway, they've got a factory identification number. And if you check the factory identification number of what's on these to the factory identification number of what is on the Schwartz ones, you will probably find out that it's the same. Because, believe it or not, companies do not just make for one specific brand. Yeah, they may tweak the recipe a little bit, like Heinz baked beans. Did you know they make Farm Foods baked beans as well? They also make Morrison's baked beans.
You like Morrison's baked beans?
Yeah, but they tweak the recipe so they don't taste the same as Heinz baked beans.
But the hula hoops are the same.
The hula hoops the same. In fact, magically, if you buy a pack of little hula hoops, which are called something else, they're called magic hoops or something, you will often find a pack of hula hoops in with that pack. The same thing. And they're made in the same place. So, Leanne, what I've been telling you about brands for years and years and years still stands. You don't need to do it.
So what we got from the pound shop for £2? Was it £3?
I don't know.
It was £2 or £3 this, right? The pound shop. We always have crisps over Christmas. 24. I think they were £2. Or maybe £3.
Okay, they're not in a box. But then we can't use our cupboard under the stairs for storing food anymore because we have mice in there. And I've starved them out and I don't want them coming back.
We'll go
and
this
I've got
one.
food in there.
We've got the 6 roast chicken, 6 smoky bacon, 6 prawn cocktail, that I'm doing, and 6 cheese and onion. Now we love cheese and onion.
We had mice in the cupboard under the stairs. I starved them out and they went.
There's really good flavours in that, actually.
And the thing is, I'm afraid that if I put food in there, they'll come back. So,
Since when does the cheese and onion in the meaty pan?
I don't know. Since I decided to.
Works for us though, we love cheese and onion. Alright. There's no ready salted or salt and vinegar in there.
Right, this is more for Leanne than anyone else. If you want to be cooking with me over Christmas,
Cooking with you. Cooking with my mum.
I would suggest you get some of this. It's called baking parchment.
We use it for the Christmas dinner as well.
It looks like greaseproof paper, but it's not. It's actually coated, and it sort of cuts down on the need for greasing. Also, you can use it more than once. You're not supposed to, but you can. Because I have done a load of cheese and bacon rolls. Cheese and onion rolls. And then I've put the next lot straight onto it again to use it, and it just saves a lot of greasing.
Right. Not Michelle. Oh my god, I'm getting people's names confused. Leanne, you make cheese and bacon bites. Do you want to learn how to... I don't know if you know how to make cheese straws. The sexual swirls. Oh, we can't. We ain't got them on that.
No.
We can't make sexual swirls. Damn it. We can make cheese straws.
No cheese pinwheels.
Cheese pinwheels, which I like sexual swirls just a little more, might.
Or cheese and barbecue pinwheels.
No, not barbecue, just cheese. Anything you want to know, we can generally
I
show
bet
you.
you still ain't done that chicken chat.
I can guarantee that she has.
She drove me mad for the rest of the chat.
Alright, also another thing, in Lidl, no, Farm Foods, yeah, you can get a big pack of 3 kilogram pasta for £1.99. This is not perishable, it doesn't go off.
I'll get through a lot.
Yes. We have like a jar on the windowsill. I was just looking at it and that's what made me think of it. We have a chili flakes, that's not for the... that's not for
I've
eating.
still got another kilogram bag of them out there.
They're not consuming chili flakes.
Well, you can consume them if you like chili, but we don't like chili.
We have a California Reaper chilies. Carolina? Or California? Carolina Reaper chilies. No one wants to eat them.
And ghost chili.
No one wants to eat that either. So yeah, unless you're really into spice, which
We're not.
no, but we have it for spells.
We've got cayenne pepper as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I've made possibly when we do the Witchy channel, I will show you how to make the worst hot foot powder ever. Hot foot powder is something that if you don't want people to come to your house, want people to stay away, not contact you or anything, you sprinkle some hot foot powder.
Don't sprinkle it, she's got dogs. Keep it in the bucket.
Ooh, I keep it, okay, make a little bag and put it by wherever you want. Like the door or the the phone.
Put it high because you've got children and dogs and you don't want them consuming that.
No, not with what I've got in it.
It won't kill them, but it won't do them any good. So I will put it high.
But I will be showing you how to make. I make a certain.
Get a dry
one.
pin and pin it high on the door frame or something.
No. Mine's worse than any other hot foot powder you will ever get. It's not nice.
But
It is vile.
Pin it high on the door frame.
I would not eat it.
Or if you need to put
Or
it by
smell
the
it.
phone, if you need to put it by the phone, make sure there's a high shelf, or you can pin it on the wall, out of the way.
Yeah, it's just like to keep people who you don't want contact with from contacting you, basically.
Yeah, and if you don't really want your kids or your animals getting hold of that, because it's not going to be very good for them.
What? You bogging at me
if
for?
you don't believe me, just watch YouTube when they're doing the Ghost Chili or the California Reaper Chili Challenge, and you will see what that can actually do to an adult. So you don't want a child doing it.
Or an animal.
Or an animal.
But I will show you how to make the worst hot foot powder ever.
But
It's not nice.
But your prizes are on the way.
They are. We posted them.
Yeah, they should be somewhere in the Royal Mail system by now.
Yeah, they should have been collected today, so you should have them tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's
Or day after.
it's second. We sent them second class, and I believe that's 3 working days. So we posted them on the Saturday, which is not classed as working days. So probably Wednesday. I'm guessing about Wednesday. So
But you'll have them. They are on their way. We posted them.
And I will remind you again, I did actually say this on our little broadcast that we done the other day. Do not bin it until you have opened the address label, because that is your Christmas card.
Yes. Kai, that goes for you as well.
Yeah. And there is another Christmas card in one of the packages that is special.
Yes, Leanne.
You know, we have remembered everyone, I think. And of course, my darling Christian who loves me.
I got a Christmas card from the cats. Because they want treats. Not love. Cupboard love.
It's always come along with them.
They want treats. They don't want me. They don't love me. Just cupboard love.
They don't love anyone. It's cupboard love.
Oh, I've seen some new
They
things.
love their bellies.
After Christmas, I'm going to get myself a fluffy bedspread. 3 of them. Purple one, a black one, and a red one. Fluffy one. Because fluffy, I like fluffy. And it'll go with the way my room looks. Because my room is like, I don't know.
Well, you moaned about your room. You said you don't want to be in it because it's too small.
It is too small.
Now I can't get her out of it. You know, she's like...
It's because I can't see that horrible vile cupboard, and I've got like Killstar stuff in there now.
She goes nesting in that room. I mean, she said, I don't like my room, I don't go big, I don't like my room, I don't look at it, it's horrible. I don't like my bedroom. Now, getting her out of it is the issue.
It is very small. It's like a cupboard, but I've got my stuff in there. I've got my speaker tower, which is Marvel. I've got Spider-Man on top of it. He holds my phone when I'm listening to music. I've got my massive telly. So, yeah, you know, my telly's huge. It's like bigger than the one that's down here. It is a massive telly. And
And she's got Sky in her room.
well, I will have when I can get the remote sorted out. I have a Sky Q box. Does anybody know how the remotes work? Because my remote doesn't work. It turns the telly on. Or do the volume. Won't work the Sky box.
And we've tried doing the link on it, and it wasn't.
I have even, like, unplugged it. Nope. I have tried doing the link. I used the one from down here upstairs. Didn't work. I've changed the batteries over.
I have tried bringing Sky, and all I'm getting is a robot.
So if anybody knows...
Telling me that they will send a code to my mobile phone. I don't have a mobile phone. They will send a code to my mobile phone to tell me where to go on the Sky website.
If anybody knows how to fix my remote control, please tell me. Because I can't watch Sky at the moment, and I've got things recorded on the Sky Q box that I want to watch in my bedroom. Because Mum don't like some of the shows I've put on there. So I don't want to annoy her by watching stuff that she doesn't like. Although yesterday before I went and had a bath, she watched Die Hard. I'm watching Gremlins tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I love gremlins. Gizmo is so cute. I just want to cuddle him and kiss him. Oh,
Now, I put up with gremlins every year.
I love gremlins.
And I like
It's become a
Gremlins.
tradition now.
But after the 5,000th time of watching Gremlins, and usually there's one little bit that she likes to rewind over and over and over again.
We'll do it.
And that's when he goes,
Because I can do that as well.
It gets wearing.
I don't rewind it anymore because I can do it myself. I don't need to anymore. Right, this is really funny. Right, okay. No, it's not to do with gremlins. Right, we went shopping in Primark. Okay. Now, my mum bought this big bag. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a gigantic, huge bag. Because we was going to go in Primark and we were going to get Mickey and Minnie Mouse. So the little cheeks lit up. They didn't have Minnie, they only had Mickey.
They weren't that small, they were quite large, weren't they?
Well, they were about that big. They were like, you know, blah, 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 blah. The medium Minnie and Mickey that you get at the Disney store. They were that size, and their little cheeks lit up, and they were really cute. Now, they only had Mickey, they didn't have Minnie. And I said, I don't mind, I'll just have Mickey. And I went, no, you won't. So I didn't get them. But I found Stitch. I have no Stitch toys. I have nothing of Stitch. Apart from some pyjamas for Christmas Eve. Now, I know this because basically I picked everything that I wanted this year. Because online, and we couldn't really go anywhere. And my mum took me in Primark because I was going to get it. But I fell in love with Stitch. And I was cuddling Stitch. His cheeks light up too. So she got this huge bag for two. Only one. So we sent Michelle a message with him in the bag. It's not claustrophobic, Michelle. She has got the biggest thing about Gemma Collins. She loves Gemma Collins. And I don't know if you know about that. I'm claustrophobic, Darren.
We know all about it. We didn't want to.
So yeah, Michelle, when you get your card, look in the envelope and then turn it around and look on the back. There's something for you. But yeah, we said Stitch is claustrophobic, and that's why he's in such a huge bag. Because he's claustrophobic, Michelle. But he's like, he's sort of, Mum just sort of threw him in there. He's like that. He's dead. I don't know about anything else.
I wasn't impressed. Because when we went in there before the last lockdown,
Oh God,
they
yeah.
had two in there, and I picked them up and I was showing Kaylee. And the woman came running over to me and she went, "They're infectious! They're contaminated! You can't have them!" And I was like, okay.
So basically, everything in the store is contaminated.
Oh, I'm Pharaoh. I wanted to tell them about Pharaoh. I'll let you tell them about Pharaoh.
Right. I have told you about this makeup company before. Very. I love them. I love them. Unfortunately, their magnetic eyeliner is not great. That is the only complaint I have. Their magnetic eyeliner is actually a bit crap. But I don't know what it's like because with this one, it says use it when it's dry. Okay, if you use this one when it's dry, it doesn't work. But I'm going to try and see what the Pharaoh one is like when it's dry, because this one's not great when it's dry. I have to use it when it's wet, which means it gets stuck to the eyelashes. But because I have got fakes on it again. Always wearing fake eyelashes now because I can work with the metallic magnetic mascara eyeliner. It works so much better.
Some of those at some point because I think they're good.
They are so much better than using glue. It's less mess. It doesn't hurt as much if you get it in your eye. It's just tough, but it doesn't generally go in your eye. I mean, I've got quite thick lines, but it doesn't matter because it's just eyeliner. Right, her eyes. Usually, come closer to the camera. I can't see you over there.
Hello.
Close your eye. Right, make it sit down now. Right, generally I have red eyeshadow on. That is a red eyeshadow, but it's not as intense as mine because I keep going over it and over it and over it because I like that
It's actually burgundy.
to match that. Yeah? Is it burgundy? It's red. Okay.
It's burgundy.
But I like this to match this. Generally I've got black on today, but don't matter. I wasn't in a very happy mood today. So I just, my makeup matches my mood today. Yeah, that happens as well. It even matches my hair, it matches my mood. So I've got a lot of black on today. Pharaoh are an amazing company. They've got, I have the foundation and the powder, which I'm wearing now. The powder is no filter, although I still like to have a filter on my phone. I haven't got one on at the moment, and you can see how bad my skin is. I use primer as well, because my pores are really, really weak. Here is my worst place, so I use primer on my nose and my cheeks. And it's not that bad actually. You can't really see my pores today, but the Pharaoh is really, really good. The foundation only comes in 2 shades though, because it sort of blends to your natural skin tone. It's too dark for my skin, but I make it work because I have to put it here as well, because my skin tone is so bloody pale. It's like that white, right? I'm dead. And because my skin, white, because my skin is so pale, I have to blend it down to my neck, and it's a bit dark for my skin. But they did it in 2 or 3 shades. I think it's 3 shades. You got the really, really dark one. You got the mum colour one, and then you got the me colour one, but it's a bit dark for me. Mum colour. Well, if I say you're olive skin, do you hit me? She's lightly olive.